Hello, I'm Moose, and I'll just take you through the functionality in my TV Show Unofficial Companion program. So this is the version 1.0 release that I'm going to release today, and I haven't been able to get permission to include any photos or any videos or any subtitle files or anything like that with the program. Okay, so the program as it's going to be distributed will be bare bones. Okay, and to get the full functionality, you will need to hunt around and find things or generate your own things, you know, or your own screenshots, for example, photos. Okay, so I'll show you the basics, and then I'll show you what the enhanced version looks like with all the extras, and it'll be up to you to find the extras. Okay, so let's just have a look. So when you download the program from my web page, you'll end up with a zip file on your PC, and I've just copied it in the QI directory on my C drive. I just created a directory called QI, and I put it in there. So let's extract that now, and I'll use Windows Extract, and I'll just extract it to the current directory. Okay, and I'll do an extract. Okay, so that's pretty quick. You'll notice there's an exe, there's the program's README file, the text file, and there's a whole bunch of directories. So there's 5 directories. The indexes, which have got the keyword indexes for each episode. So that's just an alphabetical list of words for each episode that appear in each episode. So that's not copyrighted, so I was allowed to include that, but there are no photos. There's a keyword file, we'll come across that later. There's no settings really. There's no sounds, and there's no videos. So nothing's included with a program that's copyrighted or protected. Okay, I don't want to get in trouble, and I don't want to tread on anyone's toes. The QI team have been excellent to me, and I don't want to upset them. Okay, so let's now run the program and have a look at the functionality. Okay, so that's how the program starts. There's a whole bunch of tabs along the top there. Okay, so watches, panelists, searches, audits, settings, and so on. We'll come back to the watches tab. That's an interesting one. We'll look at that later. With the panelists, there's a list of the panelists that have ever appeared on the show, and I've also included the elves there because they appeared in some of the in one of the making of episodes. Okay, so and there's all the episodes there that the program currently supports. It currently supports up to and including the end of season 12, which is up to L. Okay, there's a searches tab, an audits tab, a settings tab, and a statistics tab. So let's go through each of those. Here we've got no photos, so if I click on a panelist, if the photos were there on my hard drive, the photo would appear there of the panelist. Okay, but I've got no photos because I'm not allowed to distribute them. Okay, but I can see who's in each episode. For example, I can check Bill Bailey, and there's the 47 episodes that Bill Bailey appears in, and I can check Clive Anderson, and there's the 7 episodes that Bill Bailey and Clive Anderson appear in together. Okay, so even though there's no photos stored on your hard drive that I could put with the program, it's still useful. Okay, and this next button here just takes you through the panelists you've checked. Okay, and then if you uncheck all, you see all 185 episodes there again. Okay, the searches tab, you can just type in keywords here separated by spaces, but I've also included some of my favourite episode searches. For example, the nastiest cocktail. Okay, and if we search on that, okay, you'll see that there's one episode where the keywords nastiest and cocktail appears somewhere in the episode, and that's in episode Horrible, season 8, episode 7. Okay, there's an audits tab. If we click the audits button, you'll see that we've got no panelist photos. The program couldn't find any panelist photos, so all 138 are missing. There's 10 of the 185 keyword index files are missing. I didn't have index files for 10 of the episodes. None of the videos are there, so all 185 are missing. And there's no transcripts or subtitle files because this is the program that I'm distributing, and I'm not allowed to include them. Okay, so all 185 are missing. Okay, the settings tab. This is where my program looks for data, and if you want to add another directory, just click the add button there, and you can choose the directory or drive where you're looking, and you can just keep adding more directories. So you can have videos stored on external hard drives and on network drives. Just keep adding the paths to those directories. Same with photos, same with transcripts, subtitles, keyword files. Okay, Now, we've got no videos stored on our hard drive. None of the videos were found. So if we wanted to watch a video, for example, Adam, we'd just find out that Adam couldn't be found. Okay, so you might be thinking, well, the program's not that useful, is it? Well, hold on a second. Okay, if we come over to the settings tab and check the little auto search on YouTube, if the video is not found, okay, and we go back to our list of videos and we click on one of them, for example, Albania, okay, then our web browser will load and it will automatically do a search for Albania on YouTube, okay, and you'll see there's the episode straight away. Okay, so you just click on that and watch it. So even though you might not have any videos stored on your hard drive, they're pretty well all there on YouTube. I think they're all there on YouTube. Okay, so you can still watch all the videos. Okay, so don't panic if you haven't got the video files on your hard drive. You don't need them. They're all on YouTube. Okay, of course, when the DVD's released, buy the DVDs. But until the DVD's released, you can watch them on YouTube. Okay, okay, so that's the same with all the videos. So that's a good setting to check. I don't check that by default because I'll never make any of my software reach out over the internet without asking the user. So the user needs to just put a little check in there, a little tick. Okay. Another really interesting thing, well, that's probably all we can look at for now. The statistics tab, it's got a bunch of data here, male, female breakdowns for all the episodes, the most popular panelists in decreasing order, and Joe Brand is the most popular. If you want to include compilation episodes, specials, the unaired pilot, and the making of episode, and things like that, you just check that box there, and the ratios change a little bit. But Bill Bailey becomes the most popular panelist. He's appeared on more episodes than Joe. I think it's one more episode or something. Okay, so he might have appeared in a compilation that Joe didn't, for example. Okay, I'll check that back to normal. So that's the basic functionality of the program as it stands, as it's distributed. But now let's have a look what happens when we add extra data. Okay, so let's now add some extra things into the episodes, into the program. Okay, so here I've got a directory of all the photos of all the panelists, and they're just little headshots basically. So there's Adam Hills, Ailing, Al Murray, Alan Davies. Okay, so all the panelists are there, and sometimes I've got multiple photos of each one. I'm going to be adding extra things into the program in the future to do with those extra photos. Okay, I'm going to be doing animations and things. Okay, now, like I said earlier, I can't include these photos because I wasn't allowed to. I couldn't get permission. Okay, so let's now just copy all those photos into the same directory where the QI TV Show Companion lives. Okay, so now we're back in there where the program is, and then we've got all our photos. So let's run the program again, or actually we've still got it running, and let's now click on a panelist, and you'll see all the panelists are there. Okay, so it makes the program a lot better once you've got the photos. Okay, so they're just little screenshots of the panelist's head. Grab them from the internet or grab them from the episodes. Okay, and it makes it a lot easier. If you can't remember who, for example, Claudia O'Doherty is, just click on a name and you'll see a photo and you remember her. You know, oh yeah, she was really funny. Yeah, you'll remember her straight away. Okay, and like I did earlier, we selected Bill Bailey. So we got Bill Bailey there, and so he becomes in our checked panelist list. And if we also check Joe Brand, and she appears there as well. Okay, and they're the 14 episodes they appeared in together. And Jimmy Carr. So they're the 10 episodes that Jimmy, Bill and Joe appeared in together. Okay, and you see all their photos there. So it's a really nice way to remember their photos. You know, the 3 photos that appear there, that's the episodes those panelists appeared in. Okay, so once you've got the photos in there, the program becomes so much more user-friendly. Okay, and if you want to skip between panelists, just click the next button and it will just keep skipping between the ones you've selected. Okay, and if you want to uncheck all of them, just click the uncheck button and all 185 episodes appear again. Okay, now you might be thinking here, why are those episodes in red? And that's because we don't have the video files stored on our hard drive. Okay, so if the videos can't be found in the videos directory or any of the directories you've added, you know, they'll be red, and that's the missing episode video color by default. If you don't like red, if you want some other color, just select it and they'll appear green, or whatever you select. That's a hideous colour. You know, but I've got red. That's what I chose. Okay. Right, so they appear red. So let's go down to our extras directory and we'll drag across a couple of episode videos. I've got 2 episode videos there. I'll drag them into my videos directory. Okay. Back to QI TV Show Companion. And so it was advertising and horrible. So let's now double click on advertising. Okay. You'll see sorry about the sound. Okay, so if the video can be found on your local hard drive, it will just play it. And you'll think, why did it turn blue? Okay, again on the settings tab. Viewed episodes color, I've got it as blue by default. Again, you can change to any color you like. Okay, but once you've watched an episode on your local hard drive, it becomes that watched episode color, in this case blue. Okay, let's get back to our searches tab. So Horrible's now on our hard drive. So if I double click on the episode, Horrible will play. Okay, if I double click on one of the words, Horrible will play. Okay, and so on. There could be a whole lot of episodes listed there, and we can just click anywhere on that episode or the data or the keywords, and it will play that episode if it's on our hard drive. Otherwise, if that auto search YouTube's settings checked, it will go straight onto YouTube and try and find it on YouTube. Okay, time to talk about another setting. My default video player happens to be Videoland, but if it wasn't, it might be Windows Media Player or some other player. I highly recommend you install VLC or Videoland, and to find out, just go into the program's README, and in here I talk about Videoland and how to find it and where to install it. Okay, so it's all in there in the README file. And once you've have VLC selected, then a whole lot of options open up to you. You can watch the episode in full screen mode. You can automatically have subtitles play. You can skip so many seconds at the beginning of the episode, and you can make it so the episode's always on top. Okay, so of all other windows. Okay, so I usually just have that one checked. So I'm going to skip 30 seconds at the beginning, or whatever you like. Okay, and now when we play the video, it's going straight into second 30 for the video. Okay, so we skip the opening credits, which is really great. Okay, so if you have VLC selected and that checked and a number in there like 30, it will skip straight into that many seconds of the episode. So you don't have to watch the opening credits all the time. So that's quite nice. Okay, we're probably ready to talk about the Watches tab now. Let's do another search. So I've dragged those 2 videos across, and here's a subtitle file. Okay, and the subtitle file is it's got all these timestamps in it of where things appear in each episode. So if you've got the subtitle files available, then my program will automatically use them, and it will do a whole lot of other stuff, as we'll see. So let's do that search again, but now we've got the video file here with the subtitle file. Let's see what happens. Okay, so it's listed out the places where nastiest all cocktail appear. So nastiest cocktail, nasty, cocktail, 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 cocktail. So they're all the words where one of those keywords appears in one of the episodes. Okay, and they only ever appear in that one episode. So that's why there's only that one episode listed. Otherwise there could be dozens listed here. Okay, now if we double click on the first line, we will skip the episode, we'll skip the second 30. But if we double click on one of these lines, for example, it's a genuine cocktail, it will skip straight to that part of the video, 8 minutes 42 seconds into the video.
It's a genuine cocktail that is served in a genuine...
Okay, so that's fantastic. If you want to get to a certain part in a video, in an episode, if you've got the subtitle files available, that's fantastic, because my program will just use them.
It offers its patrons the sourdough cocktail, the liquor of your...
Okay, it'll go straight to that section of the video, which is brilliant. Okay, so we've looked at just about everything we like. If you want to key in your own words there, just type in, I don't know, rainy days or something, and it will find all the episodes with the word rainy and the word days in it. Okay, so you can type your own episode things there, but by default I've included some of my favourite searches there that you can search on. Okay, now let's look at the Watches tab. So here is if you've got multiple people using the same PC, and you don't want to upset each other's viewing, so one person has watched some episodes, another person's watched a different list of episodes. Just add them as watchers. Okay, so Moose. Oops, not Noose, Moose. Okay, so I'm now a watcher. Let's add another watcher, Chookie, and another watcher. Okay, and I will choose Moose. Okay, so there's a viewing history for Moose. I've only just set myself up, so I've got no viewing history. Let's now watch that episode. Okay, so Moose has now watched that episode. Let's go back to watchers, and it appears in Moose's list of watched episodes. If we click on Frankie, he hasn't watched anything yet. If we click on Moose again, there's his watched episodes. Okay, so I could have watched dozens of episodes and they would all be listed there. If I want to reset it in time, I can just click the reset button. Okay, or up here and go reset the viewed episode history for Moose, and I can also play it from here as well. I can just double click on it and play it again. Okay, so anywhere you see an episode, you can double click on it and play it. I think advertising was one of them. There's advertising playing. Okay, so that's now one of the videos that I dragged across, just to refresh your memory, so you don't think I'm doing things. There's advertising as well. Okay. So that's the Watches tab. Okay. So each person, I double clicked on advertising, so that's now in my list. Okay. So each person can have their own viewing history, which is great. Okay. There's one other thing I can show you, and that's the sounds. Now I couldn't include any sounds by default, but if you've got a clip and it's called that, it will play it whenever you load the program or change watches. Okay, so it's in my sounds directory, and it's called that. It has to be called that exactly, otherwise the program won't find it. In the future, there's going to be a whole lot of other sounds that are supported. That's all for now, just one. Okay, so there's another setting I'd like to talk about, and that's on the settings tab. There's this little setting here, play sound when loading viewing history. Okay, so if you've got that checked there, then the program will automatically try and play a sound, and it's this sound here that it will play. So a file called exactly that, if you put that into your sounds directory, I've just done it before. There it is. I can't include it with the program because it's copyrighted. Okay, but if you put your own sound in there, it will automatically play when the program starts or when you change watches. Okay, so for example, I've checked that little box now. Let's go and change watches. Okay, but you can make it whatever you want. You can make it a clip of your favourite song. Okay, and it also plays when you load QI TV Show Companion. I think that's everything. You can add, remove, reset, erase your whole list. There's buttons down the side there that really adds, removes, or erases watches. Okay, and everything's got confirmation, so you can't do any harm unless you press yes. Are you sure? Yes. Okay. So if you go no, it doesn't do anything. Okay. Everything's got tooltips, so if you hover the mouse over a button, it tells you more information about it. All the history's all saved. Everything's saved. That's still showing 185 there, even though we've put 2 videos on our hard drive. If we do another audit, okay, you'll see there's 183 videos that are missing. So we've got 2 videos now, okay, and we've also got 183 of the transcript or subtitle files because we've got 2 now and 183 are missing. So that took into account those. Okay, we've got all the panelist photos now, so that's none are missing. Okay, so the audit tab shows none there. That's basically it. The program's very easy to use. Like I say, I couldn't include photos or videos or music or sounds or anything else, transcripts or subtitle files. I couldn't include those because they're copyrighted and I couldn't get permission. Okay, but the QI team were very friendly and very helpful, and I'm hoping this is I hope the show continues forever, and I hope this program is useful for somebody out there. Okay, if you use it and enjoy the program, please send me feedback. If you don't like it or you can't see the point of it, well, maybe you're not a QI fan. Okay, thanks for watching.